Hey YouTube, it's Budget Bug Out, and in this video I'm going to be going over the one and only Spyderco Efficient. Now you guys are probably going to see a lot of YouTube videos pop up on the Efficient. It's Spyderco's new budget-friendly knife, and I'll go over this in more detail obviously in this video. But I've actually been using it for the past couple of weeks, 3 weeks. Now you might be thinking, well, how come you're just now pulling it out of the box? Well, funny story. I bought it from Knife Center, but then I also received it from Spyderco, the booth that was at SHOT Show. and you guys, if you guys want to know a little bit more about this and other knives that are rolling out from Spyderco, be sure you check out my Spyderco video that when I went by their booth. I'll leave in the description below. But I have 2 of these knives now, so I don't know. Let me know if you guys think I should include it in my upcoming giveaway, or if I should just have 2 of them like I do with some of my other knives that I acquire. Y'all know that we do battle box reviews, so now I have 2 Spyderco Delica 4s. It's funny because my wife is always like, "How come you keep buying the same knife?" Some of these blade lengths are very similar, right? That Spyderco makes, and I'm always like, no, honey, these are actually different knives, and I try to explain why that is and things like that. But what happens whenever you have multiple knives of the exact same model? But anyways, this is the Spyderco Efficient, and I'm going to compare it with the Tenacious, although it'd be better if I had, honestly, the Persistence. I got rid of that knife a while back, but so now I have the Tenacious. But some of the thoughts on the Efficient is that when I spoke with Eric, he explained that the Efficient is very similar to the Tenacious. I had it on me whenever I was at the show, but he said that he wanted a knife that didn't have the same hot spots as maybe the Persistence or some of the other knife models that are out there, some of their more popular best-selling knives. So he wanted to add another budget-friendly knife to their lineup, and yes, I did say budget-friendly, so that means yep, this is made by our friends in China. So I do apologize if that bothers you, but for those of you who like budget-friendly knives like me, then this is going to be an excellent one for you, especially if ergonomics are a big issue for you. If you're going to be using this knife, thwacking on it, using it as a beater knife, because like I said, this is budget friendly, then this might be an excellent knife for you. I love the position of the lanyard hole. Can I just mention that right off the bat? But I also like the fact that this one right here is just kind of off to the side. I don't know why more knife companies don't do that. It's just I think it looks kind of cool. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And now this isn't going to be as big as since I have the Para 3 right here. The Paramilitary 2 or the Paramilitary 3 lanyard holes is going to be smaller than that. This is meant for paracord. But you could squeeze paracord through there or use another piece of cordage for those of you guys who like putting that kind of stuff on your knives. I know it makes it easier to find gear bags and such. I'm not judging you guys, but I'm not someone who puts lanyards on too many of my own knives. Very ergonomic, very smooth design. It's not going to cause hot spots. I've used this knife to cut up cardboard, and I haven't had any issues with the pocket clip causing hot spots or anything like that. I think this is going to be Spyderco's new, I don't want to say best-selling knife, but at least whenever it comes to their budget-friendly knives, this is going to be probably their one of the new bestsellers in that category. It does have jimping on the top for those of you who care about that kind of stuff. I don't care either way when it comes to jimping, but you also have a little bit of jimping right there, just so you can get, like I said, more detailed tasks. And this is going to be really easy to disengage if you need to, whenever you're closing your knife. I really like that. I like how easy it is compared to, once again, because they're both very similar prices, it's actually easier than disengaging the Tenacious lock, because you just have more space right here in that groove. But I've never had a problem with the Tenacious, but you'll have even less issues, like if you're wearing gloves or something when you're handling the Efficient. One thing to note, for those of you who are like me and you open your Spyderco knives, well, of course I don't do a good job on it right there, but if you open your Spyderco knives by using a flick method, I do that with the paramilitary too as well, it's kind of worth noting that it's going to be a little bit more difficult to open it just because of the way that it's designed. So yeah, you can do it, but as you just saw, it's a little harder, but I don't think that's going to affect many of you guys out there. Most of you guys, you're just going to open it, with your thumb, get the job done, close it up, and put it back in your pocket, or put it on your ladder, or whatever it is that you're going to do with it. And I think this is going to be an excellent knife. It might be a little harder to clean with a Q-tip than something like, let's say, the Paramilitary 2. However, and it's even going to be harder to clean than the Tenacious. But if that's not going to bother you too much, then I wouldn't worry about it. So as far as the ergonomics, the knife feels really comfortable in hand. Usually whenever I'm bearing down on the knife as I'm kind of cutting through the cardboard, my hands kind of fall into this position, and then if I'm going to be cutting across the cardboard, my hands fall into this position. It's very comfortable, very ergonomic, and really no hot spots develop. I'm going to compare this with the Tenacious and see if one of them feels different or has a different cutting capability than the other. But so far, I really like the Efficient, and I'm just going to keep cutting out these cardboard boxes. That way I can get a true feel for the knife. Alright guys, so I went through a few boxes, and one of the things that I noticed is that whenever I wanted to switch, when I switched between the Efficient and the Tenacious, which the Efficient was very ergonomic, like I mentioned, there was no hot spots or anything like that, no issues, right? But whenever I switched to Tenacious to kind of have a feel for the comparison between the two, I noticed that the Tenacious was more efficient than the Efficient when I was slicing through the boxes. And I was trying to figure out why that was, and the reason is because this one dulled and this one was still sharp. So whenever I moved on to my other Efficient, I noticed that this one sliced better than the Tenacious after the Tenacious went through a few boxes. So just something to note is that budget-friendly knives such as the Efficient and the Tenacious are going to dull faster than some of their higher-end knives that Spyderco and other brands sell. So it's something worth noting. However, the reason these are known as beater knives is if something does happen to them, you can replace it easily, it doesn't cost much, and they're great knives to practice sharpening, as well as they take an edge a lot quicker, although they lose the edge a lot quicker than some of their other high-end knives. But this is something I wanted to pass along, one little tidbit of information. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. A couple last features, that this is G10. The steel is going to be the same as the Tenacious, that 8 CRMOB 13 steel. I'm sure I already annotated that and everything, but excellent little knife. The pocket clip is either tip up right hand or tip up left hand carry. So I don't think that'll bother too many people, but like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Y'all stay safe out there, and remember, it pays to be repaired. God bless.